Hi everyone, welcome to the Dataholics YouTube channel. And in this video also, we are going to continue our DSA series and the sorting topic, right? So till now, we have covered different types of sorting like bubble sort, insertion sort, selection sort. And we have also covered about searching, recursion, towers of Hanoi, and Queen's problem. We have solved a lot of problems. Then we have done algorithmic time complexity and many more topics in DSA. So if you want to learn DSA using Python, I would recommend you check the DSA playlist on my channel, right? And let's continue merge sort in this video. Merge sort is one of the very efficient, sorting techniques when it comes to production. So the intuition here is, first let us try to understand what merge sort is, how does it work. Then we will try to write the algorithm for it, and finally we will write the code for it. I always believe that if you are able to understand the logic, you can very easily convert it into code, right? Into a working code. So please try to understand the logic first. In merge sort, we do three things. We divide, we sort, and we merge. For example, let's say here we have our example, and you will see that this is our data set, right? This is array, right? Where we have 6 elements, 29, 9, 35, 9, 26, and 0. So here we follow 3 steps. As I said, first we divide, second we sort, and then third we merge. These are the 3 steps which we follow while doing merge sorting, correct? So we divide until the length becomes 1, until the length of array becomes 1. For example, this 6 elements can be divided into 2 halves, 3 each, like 29, 9, and 35. Similarly, second half would be 9, 26, and 0. This further can be divided into 29, 9, and 35. This can be divided into 9, 26, and 0. Now this further can be divided into 9, 35. This as line is straight, and this is like 26 and 0. Correct? So if you see, we have divided our array in such a manner that all the elements becomes individual, right? There is no addition of elements. All the elements are individual, and array the length of each element, if you see 29, 9, 35, 9 again, 26 is 1, correct? So we divide all the elements of the array until the length becomes 1, and we divide it basically into 2 halves, correct? Then what we will do is we will sort. Now, while sorting, just remember one thing, one element is always sorted. Individual elements are always sorted. So in this case, for example, 29 is directly sorted. Right now we are going to do the second step, sorting. Right, 9 and 35. Since we are sorting it in ascending order, 9 and 35 are already in sorted manner. So this is how they will be merged. Now this 2 will be merged. How? Now this first element of the left array, see, consider, okay, let me tell you, consider 29 as A. Consider 29 as array A and 9 and 35 as array B. So what we will do is we will compare the first element of A, that is 29 with 9. What we will do is we will compare 29 and 9. 9 is smaller, so 9 will be at the first position in the resultant array. Let's say this is R. Okay, then, so 9 is done. Then we have 29 and 35 to be compared. So 29 is smaller, so 29 will be added to the result. And finally, 35, which is only left element, will be added to the array. I hope we are able to understand this much. Now, let's do the right half. Let's come to the right half. Similarly, here also, just consider 9. We have 2 elements, 9, 26, 0. These are the 2 different arrays which are to be merged. 9 is an individual element, so it is already sorted. But 26 and 9, 0. So we need to combine these. Again, we will compare the first element of array A, that is 9, with 26. Since 9 is smaller, it will be added to the result. R1 you can say is equal to 9, comma. Then 9 is done. Only elements, sorry, we missed one step actually. Before merging this 26 and 0, this 26 and 0 is not already sorted. So while merging it, because these are 2 different elements right now, 26 is one element and 0 is another element. So they are not merged. So while we merge it, we will merge it like this in a sorted manner. Now this will be array A and this will be array B. Now we will compare the first element of array A with the first element of array B. 9, 0 will be compared. So in the result, we will add 0 because it is smaller. We are merging in such a manner that ascending order needs to be maintained. Then 0 is done. Now we are left with 9 and 26. So we will compare 9 and 26. 9 is smaller, so it will be added to the result. Then only 26 is left, that will be added to the result, right? So this is how merging is done. Now, again, this is a recursive approach. So consider this as A, this as B. Now what we will do is, we will compare the first element of array A, that is 9, and with the first element of array B, that is 0. And whichever is smaller will be added to the result. So since here 0 is smaller, will be added to the result. So 0 done. Then the next element, 9. So in the next iteration, we will compare the first element of array A with the second element of array B, because first element is already done. So 9 and 9 both are smaller. So since this would be considered as a stable algorithm, we will make the code like this. So first left 9 will be added to the list. 9 here. Then iteration will jump from 9 to 29. So now next time 29 will be compared with 9. So 9 is smaller. So 9 will be added to the result. So 9 is done. Then we have 26. So in the next iteration, 29 will be compared to 26, if you see, right? Like this. So 26 is smaller. So we will add 26 to the result. And all the elements of array B are already done, already visited. 2 elements of array A is left. Just imagine one thing. Now, with whom do we compare 29? Nobody. Why? Because second part of the array is already covered, right? So, and this part of the array 29 and 35 is already sorted. We have merged it in the previous step in such a manner that this is already sorted. You try to understand this individual, the left part of array A is already sorted. So we can simply copy it like this. 29, 35. Like this. So this is how we will get the final sorted array using merge sort. This is our output. Now, let us try to write the code for it. I hope you are able to understand this much. Please follow this, right? And let me know in the comments if I need to do one more exercise so I can walk you through one more example or something. But please try to understand, because this is a very good algorithm and very production ready. This is very much used in the practical projects as well, many a times. Not always, of course, but many a times. So now, if we try to write the code, the first step would be to divide. So I'm just creating a function. I'm just creating a function def divide. You can give it any other name also. That is not a problem. And here we will get an array A. Let's say this is array. Correct? Now, the base condition would be if the length of array equal to 1. I'm going to use a recursive approach. Return A. So basically, we have to divide the array into 2 halves until the length becomes 1. That is our base condition. That is where we need to stop. I hope this much is clear. Else what we will do is, else I will just call this function again on the first half and the second. So else left is equal to, you can say L is equal to divide of 0 to length divided by 2. And we of course have to calculate the length. Like, so I will just calculate the length here, somewhere here. I'll just add it. L is equal to length of A. Correct? So L by 2. No, L will be confused. Okay, so let me just rename this as LE. Correct? So this is LE, this is RE. RE would be divide array of second half. That means from the mid element to the last. That is it. I hope we are able to understand this much part of the code. So what are we doing here is, we are taking an array. If the length is 1, we are returning it as it is, because this is our base condition where we need to stop. Otherwise, we will divide the array into 2 halves, and finally, we will return merge of this. because the only task is not to divide. So once we divide finally, like let's say 29 and 9, individually they are divided. 9 or 35, they are divided. Then we have to merge it also, no? Merge it in a manner so that it is sorted. So I will write the code for merge also, but merge LE, RE. That is the first function. Please have a look on it. Try to observe it. Pause the video for 20-30 seconds. Observe the code and try to understand what we are doing here. Right? Moving forward, what we will do is, we will write the code for merge function. Define merge. This is this function which we have called here. Now here we have to merge basically the two arrays given. So let's say the two array given are LE, RE only. These are the two array. And what we have to do is, I will take 2-3 variables first. I is equal to j is equal to 0. Because I would use to iterate for LE, and j I would use to iterate for RE. So what is LE? In the first case, LE would be 29. Here you see, and RE would be 9 and 35. These are to be merged. Correct? This is to be merged. So this is it. And I will also take a resultant variable, a resultant array actually, as an empty array where I would keep adding the elements in a sorted manner. Correct? Now I will run a loop while e is less than equal to length of left array, and j is less than, or you can say or, because any one of this could be true, and j is less than equal to length of right array. So keep doing these things until we have reached the end of the list, end of the array. Correct? If now I will compare. So see, we have got two elements. We will compare 29 with 9. So first element of left array with the first element of right array. So if LE of I is less than equal to make it stable, RE of j. So if this is a smaller, so since we are sorting it in ascending order, so I would add dot append. I would add this left element to the list. Like this, right? Else, of course, so in other case, I would be smaller. So else r dot append. The smaller element is right element, right array. The element of the right array, RE of j. Right? Now, since let's say in this case, when we compared 29 and 35, so 29 is a smaller. 29 and 9 is a smaller. So I will add this 9 to the result, and I will also jump from 9 to 35. So for that we have to write and j is equal to j plus 1. Similarly, when the left element is added, so we will write I is equal to I plus 1. Right? Once this loop breaks, once this we come out of we have traversed all the elements. So for example, and then now this time 29 and 35 will be compared. So 29 is smaller, so 29 will be added. Now you see we have covered all the elements of left array. So what we can do is we can directly extend all the elements of the right array, leftover elements of the right array to the result. So after coming out of this, what we can do is r.extend LE of I say last tak, whatever elements are left. Similarly, if any element is left in the right array, so r.extend j to last, because j is the iterator here. For example, here you have seen when we were comparing this, I'll tell you, I'll just give you an example. First array was 9, 29 and 35. And another array was 0, 9 and 26. Let's say we have to merge these two elements. So this is consider this as LE. Consider this as LE. Consider this as RE. Just imagine. So we started I from 0, J from 0. So first LE of 0 would be 9 and RE of 0 would be 0. So we will compare 9 and 0. 0 will be added to the result. Then we will jump to the next element, j is equal to j plus 1. So now this time j becomes 1. Then we will compare 9 with 9. So is to keep this stable algorithm, 9 and 9 would be compared. I will add the left element 9 to the list and jump to this I is equal to I plus 1. Now I have become 1. Then we will compare 29 with 9. So 9 is a smaller, so 9 will be added to the result and j is equal to j plus 1. This time j has become 2. Similarly, 29 and 26 would be compared. So 26 is a smaller, would be added to the list. J is equal to 3 now. And it has surpassed the length. It should be less than, not equal to, it should be only less than. So as soon as j has come larger than the length of the right array, we have covered all the elements of the right array. That means, so we can directly extend 29 leftover elements. So see, currently I is at 29 value, right? So we can add the rest of the elements as it is because they are already in sorted manner. So that is what we have done here through extend function, right? And finally, we will say return. So that is our whole code, correct? So just have a look on it, pause the video for 20 seconds, maybe observe the code. So we have two parts of the code. First, we will divide, then we will merge in a sorted manner, right? Now I'll take you to Colab where we can write the code and properly understand it. So these are the two main functions, divide and all use cases. Complexity is order of n log n. Why order of n log n? Always in the best, worst and average case scenario, because see, here we are using recursive approach. So it is log n, order of log n. And here also we are merging it. So we have to traverse each element. So order of n. So when we combine the whole code, it is order of n log n. Right? We have already discussed about this in a previous lecture. So you just have a look. Now see the question, see the here, final code. Define merge sort array. If the length is less than equal to 1, return it as it is. Otherwise, divide it into two halves, left and right, and call the merge function over left and right. Correct? Then we are creating the merge function. So we have been given two different arrays, left and right, which are individually sorted. No, sorry, not at all sorted, not at all sorted. Then result variable as an empty list, I and j for iteration over the left array and the right array respectively. So till it is less than the length of the left and the j is less than length of right array, we will compare the elements, add the smaller element to the array and keep the iteration next to the next step. Similarly, for the right array, and after it is done, once we come out of the while loop, I will extend the leftover elements of left and right array to the result, and finally we will return the result. So in this case, if you see, once we have created this, I'm creating an array ARR is equal to 147, 2423. Now I'm calling sorted array is equal to merge sort, the main function. Inside it, merge is already called. So we only have to call this function on this array. So if I print the sorted array, you will see this is our final output at the end. Right? Now remember one thing, in merge sort, unlike other arrays, the original array does not change. The original array ARR is still the same. But the merge sort, after using merge sort, the original array remains the same. So that is why I have to store it into another variable, another array, right? So that is all about merge sort in Python. I hope you liked this video and you are able to understand a few topics in merge sort. So if you like this video, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel and liking this video. Share it with your friends who are in need of learning sorting and DSA. I will share this Colab notebook in the chats or maybe GitHub link in the comments, a description of this YouTube video, right? So you can get the code, you can practice it at your end and let me know for any questions, right? So that's all for this video and I will see you in the next video where we are going to cover quick sort and then we will cover linked lists, stacks, queues and so on, right? So that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.